So, as promised, I am going to give you a little tour of my Hobonichi cousin. This is the Hobonichi HON. What can I say about this? It started strong. I was very excited at the beginning of the year. I started very strong in January and February doing time tracking to, I have mentioned in the past, I like to do time tracking not only to see where my time goes, but most importantly, to make sure I am dedicating some time to fill my own cup and do things that make me feel like I owned my week. And yeah, it comes and goes. I have very strong weeks, very strong months, then nothing. I have many empty weeks in this notebook, and many others were like this one, where I only have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and the rest of the week is completely empty. But it's fine. When I bought this notebook, this planner, I knew that I was not going to use every single weekly spread because it has never been my case. I just like having it in case I need to track some events or have a very clear view of my week. And after this week, which is the second week of October, I haven't done anything. Today is the 28th, so we're here. I mean, it's not too bad, but still, I have many empty weeks, and most of them look like this. Half of it done and half of the week empty, except for January and February, where I was somewhat consistent with time tracking. For my dailies, it changed a lot. I also knew at the beginning of the year I was going to use the dailies kind of like a journal. So I have memory keeping, I have pictures, I have my main intention was to have an illustrated journal like others that I used in the past, but it's so much space, and I am so happy with my everything notebooks. This became redundant. So also because I prefer the unstructured, more playful way of journaling in these notebooks. Some days look like this, where I have a big drawing and some quick highlights for the day. And this is what I did the most. I tried to draw a lot because that was my main goal, have an illustrated journal. But again, these two notebooks took over everything. Other days I only have a quote I found and I thought it was very inspiring, or a picture with, also some dialogue that I liked. I also have spreads like this, so this is this falls within the goal I had for this notebook. Also this, and it was fun at the beginning of the year. Also this, some quick sketches or paintings, and then some quick highlights for the day. Here I have more illustrated memory keeping. We went to a coffee shop and I tried a new dessert. This is my son. And here are some notes on a video from writer Carol that I found very interesting. This is a drawing that I liked a lot that I found on Pinterest by Chiara Benetton. Love her style, love how she works with a very limited palette, and I wanted to see if I could recreate, this drawing of hers. I will look for her account, Pinterest account, and link it in the description below. Other days I did some drawings with the intention to write later what happened in the day or any particular day. This is a drawing of my kid, a picture he took that I loved. He framed it and everything. I didn't go back and write the highlights of the day, but the good thing is that these drawings, these little pieces, remind me of what happened these days. another drawing of my kid, and that's it. I think this is the activity, I guess, I enjoyed the most in this notebook. And I wish I had made the time to keep doing this. I bought a book of poems by Octavio Paz. He's a very famous Mexican poet. He won the Nobel Prize. And I loved many of his poems. They just sparked something. And this is a poem that was called The Tree Within. And as I was reading the poem, I just kept picturing, the tree within. And I did this drawing inspired by the poem. I would love to keep doing something like this, maybe in a smaller format, having a notebook where I do drawings inspired by poems or, beautiful phrases I read in literature. Because many times I read something and they spark an image in my mind. I'm sure this happens to many people. And this time I took the time to draw that image, and I love this. This is actually a dream I had, and it was such a vivid image, and I tried to do a drawing of that dream. But then my kid, I always share my drawings with my kid. He loves looking at my drawings. So he had questions, and I loved his questions. I thought they added to what I have going on in here. Because he asked me what was this, and I told him it could be either clouds or it can be the sea. And he said that he would prefer these to be clouds so that he could climb them to the sky. Something like that. I wrote our little conversation in here, and it was that added piece that really, really completed this. And these are the pages, I think, that I find the most precious in this notebook. This is from another poem by Octavio Paz. What was the name of this poem? This time I didn't write the whole poem, just some verses. And this illustration was also inspired by another poem, but this time I forgot to write the piece of the poem that inspired this. In this case, I do want to come back and add the piece of the poem that inspired these drawings, because I don't want to forget that correlation. So I will add a reminder. Then more drawings of things we did, but I never came back to write down the highlights of the day. The same, this is a new coffee I tried and loved. Me doing exercise. As the year progressed, I did have many other small attempts to, have something in these pages. And I got as far as the beginning of October. I do have many empty pages, many blank pages, many things like this here and there, but I did try. And I may use these pages for regular notes unrelated to my day-to-day life, which is very much okay. I just don't want to feel like I have to work on this notebook. And I'm okay with that. I'm so happy with my Moleskine Expanded, my Everything journals. This makes me so happy. This brings so much joy. And I'm just sticking with what works and what makes me happy. So that's where I'm at with this notebook. I think this may very well be my last update on my Hobonichi HON, because, like I said, I don't feel like, working with this notebook anymore. Very happy with this, and that's it. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.